King's picture. Once upon a time, a king used to rule in a state. He had only one eye and one leg. Despite these weaknesses, he was an efficient, kind and intelligent ruler. The subjects were living a very happy life under his rule. One day the king was in a room in his palace. Suddenly his eyes fell on the pictures on the wall. Those pictures belonged to his ancestor. Seeing those pictures, the king thought that in future, when his successors would walk through that corridor of the palace, they would remember their ancestors by looking at those pictures. The picture of the king had not yet been put on that wall. Because of his physical disabilities, he did not know what his portrait would look like. But that day he thought that he should also get his picture put on that wall. The next day he invited the best painters of his state. It was announced that the king wanted his beautiful portrait made to be installed in the palace. Those painters who can make a beautiful picture of him should come forward. As the picture will be made, that painter will be rewarded. The present painters were expert in their art. But after hearing the announcement, they started thinking that the king is deaf and lame. How can a beautiful picture of him be made in such a situation? If the picture does not look beautiful, then the king may get angry and punish them. This idea could not give courage to anyone to come forward. Everyone left from there making some excuse or the other. Only one painter remained standing there. He was presented before the king. The painter was old. The king asked him, "Are you ready to paint my portrait?" The old painter agreed. The king ordered him to make his portrait. From the very next day that painter started painting the portrait of the king. After a few days the picture was ready. When the day came for the unveiling of the painting, all the painters, including the courtiers, who had refused to paint the portrait of the king, were also present. Everyone was anxiously waiting for the unveiling of the picture. When the picture was unveiled, everyone's mouths including the king were left open. The picture was very beautiful. In that picture, the king was sitting on a horse with legs on both sides, which was painted from one side and only one leg of the king was visible in it. At the same time, the king was aiming with his bow by closing one eye, due to which the weakness of his ears was hidden. The king was very happy to see this picture. The painter had made a very beautiful picture by hiding his inefficiencies with his intelligence. The king rewarded him and made him the chief painter of his court, learning if we want to move forward in life, then we should always keep positive thinking. Even in odd circumstances, thinking in a positive direction can easily solve any problem. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel for more such stories. Every story on the channel is available in both Hindi and English. This will make it easy for you to teach English and Hindi to your